Good morning and welcome to today's weather hazard briefing for June 16th. I'm meteorologist Tim Axford. We're looking at continued hot and dry for the next couple of days, really next week or so, but we'll get into the details here in a second. Again, key points here: above normal temperatures, warming into the weekend, so we're a little cooler now than we have been. We're going to continue the warming trend, though, however, into the weekend. And then we've got a little system that's going to skirt past us on Saturday, and that's going to lead to some fire weather concerns with hot, dry, and windy conditions for Saturday. Looking at the weather and impacts outlook, we've got a couple of different things listed on here, but really the highlight of it, the more impactful day is going to be Saturday with some hot and dry and windy conditions for the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, South Hills, Lost River area, Lemhi County, and perhaps even a couple more zones in here as well. But we'll have some low relative humidities and even a little bit of breezy conditions before that. But really Saturday is the day where things kind of come together to create more of an impact fire weather-wise. Looking at the current satellite loop here, we've got a low pressure system off to our north and west that's going to be skirting across Idaho, northern Idaho, into Canada, and it's flattening the ridge of high pressure that's been over the Four Corners region for the last several days, really. And here over Idaho, we have dry air in place. We don't really have any clouds to speak of. There is a little bit more moisture down across Utah and the Great Basin area. That could fuel a couple of showers and thunderstorms down in those locations the next couple of days. But it looks like our moisture and precipitation is going to be very limited. Taking a look at today's conditions, we've got temperatures roughly where we saw them yesterday. So we're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s for many of the valley locations. Of course, as you head into the mountains, it's going to be 5 to 10 degrees cooler than that. Looking at RH, relative humidity, and winds, we could see some marginal red flag conditions today, but right now we're looking. We've got relative humidities in the teens. Of course, getting down into the single digits across the Arco Desert, and then wind gusts. We're looking at 20, maybe up to 30 miles an hour across the Arco Desert as well. So that's where it's kind of borderline red flag conditions for, I believe it's zone 410. Elsewhere, winds are a little bit lighter. RH values are a little bit higher, especially across the southern extent of our forecast area. Looking at tomorrow or Thursday's conditions, again, very similar. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s, maybe starting to creep up just a little bit in many locations. A little bit drier, though, for Thursday, so relative humidity values start to creep back down into the low teens and, again, into the single digits across many of our mountain valley locations and into the Arco Desert. And the winds pick up just a little bit more as well, so, of course, that's going to be a concern as well. Again, borderline red flag conditions for some of these zones here. And then Saturday, we're looking at some of the highest temperatures of the week, of the next several days at least. Temperatures pushing into the mid-90s for some of the populated locations of Twin Falls, Burley, Pocatello, even up to Idaho Falls and Rexburg. We're looking at low 90s for those locations. Again, well above normal, well above average temperatures for this time of year. Relative humidity values on Saturday, they are a little bit more elevated with some moisture in the area, but still we're looking at teens for minimum relative humidities during the day. And then take a look at the winds here. We've got pretty strong winds forecast for Saturday across much of the Central Mountains into the Snake Plain, Eastern Magic Valley, and even across the Eastern Highlands and Southern Hills as well. So expecting some potential fire weather concerns on Saturday as well. Then beyond that, 6 to 10 day outlook, it's not much prettier of a picture. We haven't had really any precipitation to speak of for the month of June, and that trend's going to continue. We're looking at in that 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, below normal precipitation favored and above normal temperatures favored. So really a broken record forecast that we've had for several weeks now. Continued hot and dry conditions, and of course that's fueling some of the early fire concerns and fire activity that we've seen. So just to wrap up, again, above normal temperatures, continuing to warm into the weekend, and then of course that Saturday we've got that fire weather concern with hot, dry, and windy conditions forecast. So if you have any questions, please do reach out. You can either email us, call us, or reach out to us on our social media platforms. With that, have a good day.